everyone. In this video, let us discuss about the NEET previous year's questions from the chapter Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants. So let us start. So the first question, attractants and rewards are. So I'll be wait for 2 minutes. Yeah, attractants and rewards are required for. So out of this anemophily, entomophily, hydrophily, and clistogamy, which thing will require the attractants and rewards that they have asked. So the insects require the attractants and rewards for the sake during the pollination time. So the pollination through insects is called nothing but entomophily. So the first answer is entomophily. Anemophily means the pollination which occurs by wind, and hydrophily pollination in the water, and clistogamous flowers means they are the closed flowers. So the first option is entomophily, which it is by the insects. So what attractants and rewards will we get to them? That is honey will be getting to the bees, that and all. So the next one, a dioecious flowering plant prevents both. So if it is a dioecious flowering plant, there will be unisexual flowers. So as there are unisexual flowers, it definitely self-pollination won't occur. So and also the Gartinogamy also won't occur. You know the difference between autogamy, Gartinogamy, and xenogamy. Autogamy means it is the self-pollination. Gartinogamy means from the different flower of the same plant, that is Gartinogamy, and xenogamy means it is fully from the different plants. So here if you see the answers, so dioecious flowering plant prevents both autogamy and Gartinogamy because that plant consists of unisexual flowers. Third question, functional megaspore in an angiosperm develops into. So the megaspore in an angiosperm, it will develop into what? So it will develop into embryo sac. Okay. So there will be megaspore tetrad. Out of that megaspore tetrad, only one will be the functional, and that functional megaspore will later on form into the embryo sac. The fourth question, double fertilization is exhibited by. So which of the following? Either gymnosperms or algae or fungi or angiosperm. So double fertilization means what? 2 times the fertilization will occur. So if you see the embryo sac, you know that in the embryo sac there will be antipodals at the chalagal end. 3 antipodals will be present at the chalagal end, and at the micropylar end there will be synergids and 1 egg cell, and in the center there will be secondary polar nuclei will be present. So this is the structure of the embryo sac. So the pollen tube, when it comes through the micropylar end, enters with the help of the filiform apparatus into the synergids, and then it will fuse with the egg cell. So here one fertilization is happening, and another male gamete it will fuse with the secondary polar nuclei. So here one more fertilization is happening. So it is called as double fertilization. So in this double fertilization, it is exhibited by angiosperms. Okay. Next, which one of the following statements is not true? They are asking which is not true. Let me check the answers. Yes, we were discussing the fifth question. So try to answer the fifth question. I'll give you time. So which of the following statement is not true? So let us see the first option. Enzyme of the pollen grain is made up of sporopollenin. Yes, if you take the pollen grain, outermost layer of the pollen grain is enzyme, and this enzyme is made up of sporopollenin. That's why it can able to withstand the unfavorable conditions, because the sporopollenin can resist the high temperature, acids, everything it can able to resist. So the first option is correct. The second one, pollen grains of many species cause severe allergies. Yes, many species. In your NCRT, which species they had given? Can you type the answer? Which species will cause allergy? That is asthma. So you have answered it as D. So let me check. So tapetum help in the dehiscence of anther. Yes. So the tapetum, how it will help? Tapetum helps to provide the nourishment. Very good. So I'm asking you this question. Pollen grains of many species cause severe allergy. Can you give one example for that? Give one example. Okay, you can answer later the next question. I'm asking you the example of the weed which causes the allergies. Type the answer. The weed which causes the allergy. That weed has come along with the wheat into the India. What is that weed which causes allergy? The weed name. It is nothing but Parthenium hysterophorus, which causes asthma, and it is also called as what? It is also called as carrot weed. Okay. Now, sixth one you have answered. Let me check what is the sixth question. So, seed formation without fertilization in flowering plants involves the process of, yes, apomixis. Very good. It is apomixis. Now, try to answer the seventh question. Proximal end of the filament of the stamen is attached to. Where it is attached? Proximal end of the stamen. Here what will be present? If it is a flower, here thalamus will be there. And on the thalamus there will be calyx. And then corolla will be there. And then there will be the andrecium. So andrecium means it consists of anther. So the proximal end it is attached to which part? Carrot weed, good. And next one you said C, thalamus or petal, very good. Now try to answer the third one. The coconut, eighth one, coconut water from tender coconut represents which one? So the water they are asking, not the white kernel. So they are asking about the water. Yes, water. Eighth is C, free nuclear endosperm. That too, how many thousands of nuclei will be present? Thousands of nuclei you can able to see in the coconut water. Very good. Next one. Cotyledon of maize grain is called as. Easy question. Ninth one. Cotyledon of maize grain is called as dash. Yes, catellum. Very good. Next one. Which of the following statement is not correct? They have asked. See the options carefully and try to answer. So the first option, insects that consume pollen or nectar without bringing about pollination are called pollen nectar robbers. Yes, definitely. If they won't bring the pollen and just they will consume the honey, then they are called as a pollen nectar robbers. Pollen germination and pollen tube growth are regulated by chemical components of pollen interacting with those of the pistil. Yes, due to that only there will be the receptivity. So the receptivity, how it will be occurring, the receptivity. So it has to be same pollen, then only it will access that one. Next, some reptiles have also been reported as pollinators in some plant species. Yes, I have given giant lizard, that one I had given. Let us see the fourth option. Pollen grains of many species can germinate on the stigma of a flower, but only one pollen tube of the same species grows into the style. Is it correct? So it is not correct. The fourth option. Very good. So now let us see the next one. Share the next page. Yeah, the 11th one you can see. In majority of angiosperms, egg has filiform apparatus. So is it true whether egg has filiform apparatus or not? So the 11th one. And there are numerous antipodal cells. Reduction of division occurs in megaspore mother cell. A small central cell is present in embryo sac. So what is the option for the 11th one? Majority of angiosperms they are asking. What happens to the, so egg doesn't contain the filiform apparatus. Which will contains the filiform apparatus? synergids will contain the filiform apparatus. And then numerous antipodal cells. But we know that there are only 3 antipodal cells, not many. So that is also wrong. And reduction division occurs in megaspore mother cells. Yes. So in majority of the angiosperms, if you take a megaspore mother cell, definitely it will undergo meiosis. Meiosis is nothing but it is a reductional division. Okay. So that will happen. And the last option also, let us see. A small central cell is present in the embryo sac. So it is not a small central cell. So it is a secondary nucleus. Okay, good. Now see the 12th one. Pollination in water hyacinth and water lily is brought about by the agency of. So these are the exceptions which I had given under the hydrophily. Try to answer. Water hyacinth and water lily. Yes, very good. Insects or wind. Very good. Next, the ovule of an angiosperm is technically equivalent to. Just they are asking the technical term for an ovule. Which one? Megasporangium. Very good. Next one. Male gametophyte in angiosperms produces what? Male gametophyte in angiosperms will produce what? What is a male gametophyte? Male gametophyte is nothing but pollen grain. So it produces what? How many vegetative cells and how many generative cells? So the pollen grain, if you can take, this pollen grain enzyme will be there, enzyme will be there, and after that there will be a large vegetative cell, and then generative cell will be present. In the generative cell, when it undergoes the division, you will see the two male gametes. The male gametes are nothing but the sperms. So two sperms and a vegetative cell. Yes, good. Have you answered 14th one? You answered 14A, that is correct. So these are the two sperms, the male gametes of the two sperms, and one vegetative cell will be present. Next one. The wheat grain has an embryo with one large shield-shaped cotyledon known as 15th is C, scutellum. Very good. 16th. Which one of the following fruits is parthenocarpic? 16th is D, banana. Yes, very good. How it is induced? How the fruit formation will occur? Type the answer that also. Then how banana will be formed? How does banana will be formed? So we will induce the growth hormones. That is mainly that you have to type it. And 17th you have answered filiform apparatus is characteristic feature of synergids. Very good. So the main function of the filiform apparatus is to show the way to the pollen tube. Okay, so that the male gametes will enter. Next one. In angiosperms, microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis, where they will occur. Yes, growth hormone is used. Good. So in angiosperms, microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis. See the options and try to answer. Occur in anther. So one will occur in anther, that is microsporogenesis, but megasporogenesis it doesn't occur in anther. So you can opt out. And from gametes without further divisions. So gametes after the formation also they will undergo the division. So ovule, both no 18th one. Microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis, it requires what? Meiosis. Both will require meiosis. 18th is B, not B, C. 18th one is C, ma. Please check your answer. So both require meiosis. occur in ovule. Megasporogenesis, it is in ovule, but microsporogenesis, it is in anther. So in the options given below, you can choose that meiosis will occur both in micro and megasporogenesis. 19th you have answered coconut water from a tender coconut is prenuclear endosperm. Good. But 18th answer C. Okay, okay. Good. Next, Gartinogamy involves 20th one. What is Gartinogamy? They are asking that. Fertilization of a flower by pollen from another flower of the same plant. Is it correct? Gartinogamy. You know there are three different types: autogamy, gartinogamy, and xenogamy. Autogamy is the self-pollination. It has again divided into clistogamous and chasmogamous flowers. And gartinogamy means same plant but different flower. That is gartinogamy. And xenogamy, different flower from different plant also. So, what is the answer? 20th. Easy question. 20. Waiting for your answer. The gartinogamy is nothing but different flower of the same plant. Read the options and try to answer. So it is A, fertilization of a flower. Yes, very good. A. By the pollen from another flower of the same plant. Very good. Next one. Pollen tablets are available in the market for. Why they will use the pollen tablets? People, mostly in Western countries, they use this pollen tablets. Why? Easy question, direct question. Pollen tablets, not only in the form of tablets, they will take in the form of syrups also. In the form of syrup also they will take. Half-minute time. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, I'll give you. Okay, I will wait. I'll give half-minute time for each question. Yes, supplemented food. So it will be taken in the form of tablets and also in the form of syrups. Mostly, who will take that one? Athletics, they will use that one, and also the Western country people. Next one. Function of filiform apparatus is to. So just they are asking the function of filiform apparatus. Today also we have discussed. 22nd is B. Guide the entry of pollen tube. Very good. Next. Megasporangium is equivalent to. Ovule. Very good. Next. Which one of the following statement is correct? So I'll give you time. Read all 4 sentences and then. Which is the correct one? Twenty-fourth one, which is the correct option? Nourishes the developing pollen. Good. And if you see the A option, hard outer layer of pollen is enzyme and inner layer is enzyme. Then porogenous tissue is diploid not haploid. And endothecium produces the microspores. So which will produces the microspores? Microsporangium. Microspore mother cell will produces the microspore. Very good. Next, advantage of cleistogamy is no dependence on pollinators. Very good. But what is the disadvantage? Can you answer what is the disadvantage of cleistogamous flowers? What is the disadvantage of cleistogamous flowers? It's also a very important question. You will be getting in second year, first year also, and here also. What is the disadvantage of cleistogamous flowers? In breeding depression, continuous self-pollination will cause us inbreeding depression. Okay. Now we can answer 26th one. Both autogamy and Gartinogamy are prevented in. That means there won't be any self-pollination and no new species. Yes, no new species. That is also correct. Good. Now next one. Autogamy and Gartinogamy are prevented in. Papaya, very good, because papaya contains unisexual flowers and dioecious plants. Good. Next, organic substance that can withstand environmental extremes and cannot be degraded by any enzyme. Big question. And seventh is B, sporopollenin, very good, which is present in the enzyme, outermost layer of the pollen. 28th, even in absence of pollinating agents, seed setting is assured in. So that means you have to think of the which flowers, cleistogamous flowers. Example of a cleistogamous flower. A, yes, Commelina. It has been given in NCERT. Good. Next one answer. Yes, Filiform apparatus is a characteristic feature of so many times the same question. So filiform apparatus, the characteristic feature of. No, not B. B. Synergid or suspensor. What is suspensor cell? In embryo, we will see the suspensor cell. Okay, synergid. 30th, wind pollination is common in grasses, where it is common in grasses, no, not in lilies. Synergid. And 30th also, wind pollination, that is anemophily, is common in grasses. Next, nucellar polyembryony is reported in species of. Polyembryony, I have given three different types of polyembryony: adventative polyembryony, nucellar polyembryony, like this. So, nucellar polyembryony is reported in species of what? You know what is polyembryony? Polyembryony means there will be more than one embryos. That is called as polyembryony. So that polyembryony is from the nucellus. So you will be seeing in which one? Citrus. Very good. Next, I'll give you time for the next question. In which one of the following pollination is autogamous? You know what is autogamous? So, in which of the following pollination will be autogamous? Autogamous means self-pollination. Histogamy, very good. Next, apomictic embryos in citrus arise from where it arises. Know what is apomictic? Yes, maternal sporophytic tissue in ovule. Very good. Next one, patellum observed in comparable other yes, very good. Got it done. Next, wind pollinated flowers are wind pollinated flowers are small, producing large number of dry pollen grains. Yes, but the pollen grains will be dry, but at the edges it will be sticky. Why? Because it has to go and stick to the gynoecium. So B is the option out of these four answers which has been given. Next, which one of the following is resistant to enzyme action? Easy question. No enzyme can affect that. Which one is resistant to the enzyme action? No enzyme can do it. Yes, pollen enzyme because it contains what? Sporopollen. Good. Unisexuality of flowers prevents. Again, easy question. Today also we have discussed. Unisexuality of flowers prevents what? Autogamy. Yes. But not Gartinogamy. So Gartinogamy may occur even though it is unisexual plant. Next, which one of the following pairs of plant structures has haploid number of chromosomes? which has haploid number of chromosomes. Egg cell and antipodals. Very good. Next, endosperm is consumed by developing embryo in the seed of coconut. Endosperm is consumed in coconut? No. If it is consumed, then how do you drink coconut water? The coconut water is free nuclear endosperm and white kernel is the cellular endosperm. 39th, you check the answer. First, you check the answer of 39. 39 is not A. Endosperm is consumed by developing embryo in the seed of. Consumed means there won't be any endosperm later. Non-albuminous seed we can consider. 39th, check the answer. It is P. In the P, the endosperm will be consumed by the developing embryo. Coconut, it will be present. So that only you will drink. Tender coconut water and also the white kernel. Tender coconut water is the pre-nuclear endosperm and white kernel is the cellular endosperm. 40th you have answered. Male gametes in angiosperms are formed by the division of 40th. Yes, D. Good. 40th is D, you said. 40th is D. Microspore mother cell. Male gametes. Here you can see this is the pollen grain. In the pollen grain, what will happen? This is the vegetative cell and this is the generative cell. Whenever generative cell divides, then only there will be the formation of the male gamete. So check the 40th answer. Generative cell. Okay, not by initially it is from the microspore mother cell only. There will be the formation of the microspore tetrad. This is nothing but a pollen grain, and from this microspore tetrad, pollen grains will be formed. But exactly male gametes will develop once the generative cell will divide. Okay, good. Next, 41st also have answered. Which one of the following is surrounded by callose wall? Callose wall. So what do you mean by callose wall? I haven't told you about the callose wall. So the wall of the pollen mother cell is nothing but callose wall. So I haven't explained, that's why I'm telling you. The wall of this MMC or PMC is called as callose. Okay. So now pollen mother cell is nothing but the MMC you can also call, so microspore mother cell. Next one. I haven't explained about the callose. That's why I'm telling you now. Callose is nothing but the wall of the pollen mother cell. 42nd. The arrangement of the nuclei in a normal embryo sac in the dicot plants is 3 plus 2 plus 3. Good. Next one. What would be the number of chromosomes in the cells of alluron layer in a plant species with 8 chromosomes in its synergids? If synergids contain 8 chromosomes, then what will be? Yes, very good, because synergid is a haploid and endosperm is a triploid. Good. Which one of the following represents an ovule where embryo sac becomes horseshoe shaped and the funiculus and micropyle are close to each other? This is related to the first year chapter. You have studied different types of ovules, anatrapous ovule, Campylotropous ovule. So if you remember, you can. Okay, ma. No problem. I'll till 3:40 we will take, and I'll stop. So which one of the following represents? This is the first year topic. It is, if you remember, okay, or else I'll explain. I'll tell you the answer. Amphitropous ovule. Now 45th you can answer. In a type of apomixis known as adventative embryony, embryos develop directly from the, so from where the adventative embryony development will occur. From which part? Yes, it is from the nucellus or integuments. Okay, are you there? Yes, very good. Next, which cell of the embryo sac does pollen tube enters the embryo sac? Easy question. Hmm? Pollen tube entry. No, not egg cell. Filiform apparatus where it is present. Hmm? Synergids. And that too, which synergids? Synergids contains filiform apparatus that will guides the pollen tube to enter. And then what happens to the synergids? The synergids will get degenerated. Okay, so the option is degenerated synergid. Okay, 45th is C. Please check that one. So next one. So next one I have shared. Complete this fast this page. 47th one. An ovule which becomes curved. This is also related to the different types of ovules, the first year topic. Now you can opt out it, but you have to study all five different types of ovules. Anatropous, amphitropous, campylotropous. There are five different types of ovules that you have to study. So here it is hemitropous ovule. Now you can answer 48th one. In a flowering plant, archisporium gives rise to. What is archisporium? Yes, hemitropous. Good. Archisporium gives rise to. What is archisporium? See the option. Archisporium. Both the wall and the sporogenous cells. If you take, there will be tetrad condition like this. It will be present, no? The microsporangium. So here, if you can take that, there will be the cells. So the wall and also the cells together, it is consists of archisporium. So it will give rise to. Means from the sporogenous tissue, there will be formation of this. Good. Which type of association is found in between entomophilous flower and pollinating agent? Entomophilous flower and pollinating agent. So insects, they will come for the sake of. Yes, yes, it's visible, ma. Now answer 49th one. Association between entomophilous flower and pollinating agent. Entomophilous flower means it depends upon the insect for the sake of pollination. It is A. Very good. Mutualism. Both will get benefited. Next, in angiosperms, pollen tubes liberate their male gametes into the easy question again. Where they will liberate the male gametes? Yes. Easy question. Answer it fast. Let us complete by 3:45. I'll stop it. Into the synergid. They will liberate into the synergid. Next, direction of micropyle in anatropous ovule. So in textbook they had given the anatropous ovule structure like this. So what will be the direction? Here micropyle will be there. Yes, synergids good. Direction of the ovule they have asked. Micropyle in anatropous ovule. What is the direction? Upward or downward? They had given like this, no? It is downward. Next, in angiosperms, all four microspores of tetrad are covered by a layer which is formed by. So just now we have discussed, so it is covered by a layer that is callose. So okay, you have class now. I'll stop here as you have class at 3:45. So these are the questions we have already discussed. How many? 50, more than 50 questions we have completed from this chapter. The rest of the questions I'll be sharing through Telegram app. There you solve that one, and if you have any doubt, you can send those questions which you have doubt, and I will clarify that one. So that's it for today. So shall I stop it here as you have class at 3:45? I'm stopping it here. And tomorrow I'll be starting the new chapter, okay, which is the most important weightage topic that I will be starting. Okay, then send the notes for this chapter. I will send it today. I will send it. Okay, I'll send it. Okay, then bye.